I'll be right back right after this. Nothing better than a good cup of joe. Deer season is something that many hunters have been waiting all year. When getting ready for a hunt, there's a few things you don't want to forget, and some you might not think to bring. In addition to your hunting equipment, you're going to want your current hunting license. Got to make sure that you have the current one. Don't want to make the mistake to have last year's hunting license. You're going to need a driver's license, some form of identification. You're going to need a pen for writing down the information on the tag, and your harvest log. We're going to touch on the harvest log in a few more minutes. And something to take out the dates on your tags. I don't know how many times I have asked this question with some of my hunting buddies and some people that I just in random ask, hey, do you know about the harvest log? You'll be surprised how many people will look at me and say, harvest log? What are you talking about? Once you shoot a deer out in the field, the law says tag it immediately upon kill. You're going to get there, you're going to make sure the animal is dead. That is the first thing you want to do, is tag the doe or the buck. All right. This is what you're going to do. These are the instructions. You probably already know this, but you're going to take your hunting license. You're going to look for the right tag. In this case, this is an old license. I use this tag right here, the proper tag for your harvest. In some counties, they have a restriction, antler restriction, and it's your responsibility to make sure you know the laws in that county. So you're going to grab your tag. You're going to put down the county that you're hunting in, the name of the location, the ranch, or whatever it is, right here. And you can take this out, and then you're going to cut these see it on the side here that has the months and then the date there. So this is what you're going to cut out. All right, once complete and you fill out this tag and you cut out the dates, the year, the month and the date, you're going to take this and you're going to tag your harvest. You might be saying right now or thinking, man, I know all of this. I've been hunting for many years. Well, let me tell you, or let me ask you a very important question. Did you know that you have to fill out the harvest log on the back of your hunting license? I did not know this. And you'd be surprised how many hunters I ask about if they know about the harvest log. I'm shocked to hear the response they give me and say, man, Adam, I didn't really know about this. What I would like from you, if you didn't know this, would you please mention that in the comments below? You might be asking, what's the purpose of this harvest log? It's really a real good question. Well, the purpose for this harvest log, this would help the game warden to make sure that you are harvesting the right buck. Some counties have a 1-buck county, and some counties have a 2-buck county. And it's your responsibility, like I said earlier, you got to get that little booklet, that outdoor annual book for the county regulations. And that is your responsibility. Because when you get approached by the game warden and you give them an answer like, I didn't know that, they don't take that very well. Well, let me tell you how I learned about the harvest log. Let me tell you, this was actually the license. This is actually, and I saved this because this was a very important lesson for me. It actually happened November 25th, 2016. And let me tell you how I learned about the harvest log. I will never forget this day. I remember going out at November 25th, 2016. I was all excited. You know, by this time, I haven't been hunting, for very long. Matter of fact, the year before, when I bought my license, I didn't use any tags. So the year before this, I did hunt and fish, but I didn't harvest anything. So I was excited when on November 25th, 2016, when I actually pulled the first tag out, filled it out. I had some friends tell me how to fill out the tag, so I was excited. So I did everything that I thought I needed to do, and tagged it. And, I put the information, zip tied it to the doe, and I took off. And I drove from Jones County all the way to Tarrant County, where I actually took my doe to get it processed. This was before I started processing my own harvest. So I was learning, and then later on I started processing my harvest. So I remember pulling in at this facility to get this doe processed, and I drove in there, and suddenly I see this pickup. I knew it was the game warden, and he pulled right behind me, and he parked right behind me. And as I was getting out of my truck, I noticed another vehicle, another pickup. He also arrived and parked next to the game warden. So the game warden approached them first, and they had, I can't remember if it was a doe or a buck, but they had, so he asked, license and all of that. So everything was good with them, and then he approaches me. He walks over my pickup, and I have my doe on the back of the bed of my truck. And he says, I see you got a doe there. I said, yes, sir. And he says, may I see your hunting license? And I'm new at this. I wasn't nervous at all because I thought everything at that point was good. I responded by, I already got the tag on that doe. He looks at me. He gets closer to me and he says, I need to see your hunting license. Well, I got my license out of my wallet, and I gave it to the game warden. He opens this up, and he says, "Oh, okay, I see you got the right tag." And then he flips this, and he looks at the other side. And guess what? I did not fill out the harvest log. He looks at me and he asks, how long you been hunting? I told him, well, matter of fact, last year I started hunting. I got my hunting license, and I didn't harvest anything. But this year I harvest. This is actually my first deer. And he says, well, you didn't fill out your harvest log. Right there and then I knew that I was in trouble because I didn't know this. And when you tell the game warden that I didn't know this, they don't take that very well. They expect you to read that book and know all the restrictions and regulations in the county that you hunt in. This was and I said, man, this is going to be a hard lesson for me. It's going to be a very expensive venison. And he says, well, I'm going to tell you what. It would have been a different story if I would have approached you there at your hunting area, or maybe at your campsite, or maybe you've been on the road and I actually seen your harvest and pulled you over and asked for your license. It would have been a different story. But today I am going to teach you how to fill out the harvest log. So he said, get your pen. So I got my pen. He said, all right, right here, you're going to check this box. And then in this case, it was a doe. You actually put the county and then the name of the ranch, and you date it. And that's how you do it. So I did that, and I was really expecting he was going to give me a citation. But I guess he felt that I was really, I didn't know. And so it was, it could have been a very expensive lesson, but he let me go. So that's why I made this video, and hopefully some of you that been hunting for years maybe don't even know that about the harvest log. Maybe you've been tagging your harvest and you've been getting away with it and you've never been approached by the game warden. This will save you lots of money in a bad situation. Matter of fact, the game warden actually told me that when people are fishing and they have this license, a combo license like I have, they're fishing and he'll ask, hey, can I see your fishing license? They'll give them the license and say, all right, they're legal to fish. Then the game warden will notice there's a tag missing. Then they'll turn it over and it said, hey, you didn't fill out your harvest log. And guess what they do? They give them a citation. They were actually having a good time fishing, and they got the game warden asked for their fishing license, and they found out they'd used a tag, didn't fill out the harvest log, and that was a bad situation for them, and they get a citation. So, like I said earlier, if you don't know about this or didn't know about the harvest log, I would like to know that in the section down below, in the comment section. If you learned something today, maybe hit that like button. And if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you can get notified next time I upload a new video. The harvest log is actually mandatory for you to have the harvest log filled out. If you were born in September 2nd, and after 1971, you're gonna have to take that the hunter's education class, and you can do that online. So this will do it for today. We'll catch you guys on the